What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my ranking for my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So this year has a bunch of movies that are coming out. There's a lot that I want to see, there's a lot that I'm somewhat interested in, and then there's ones that I'm really excited for, and these 10 are the ones that I'm most excited for this year and everything. And before I get into it, I'm going to give a couple of honorable mentions. These are two movies that are supposed to come out sometime in 2025, but they don't have a release date yet, and they could change and be moved to a different year, so I'm not including them on the list, but I wanted to give them honorable mentions in case they come out this year. One of them is called Eddington. I think it stars Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone, and it's directed by Ari Aster. That's all I really know about it, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it because I'm a huge fan of Ari Aster and Joaquin Phoenix, and I love Beau is Afraid, so I'm really excited for this movie and everything. I also love Ari Aster's other movie, Midsommar, and Hereditary. Both of those movies are really good too. But I'm really looking forward to Eddington, and I'm really looking forward to, there's a movie coming out called That's Amore, which is a musical movie that's going to star John Travolta, Christopher Walken, and Katherine Heigl. And if you put John Travolta in a musical, I'm going to be there day one. And the fact that he's reuniting with Christopher Walken after Hairspray and stuff makes me want to see it even more and everything. I'm really looking forward to that movie too, but I don't know if it's even coming out in 2025 for sure yet and everything. It's still in the works, so I don't know what's going on with that one, but if it does come out this year, that one would have been pretty high on my ranking if it could have made it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get going on my top 10. Coming in at number 10 is Jurassic World Rebirth. Now this movie wouldn't be on my list except for the fact that David Koepp, who wrote the first two Jurassic Park movies, is coming back to write it. And something about that just has me really intrigued, and that Universal love the script so much that they rushed this movie into production and everything because they want it to come out and for the fans to see it. So I'm really curious to see what it's like. I hope that it's a good movie. Like the Jurassic franchise has its ups and downs and everything. It's been down for the last 7 years and everything. Ever since Fallen Kingdom came out, I feel like it's been down. Everything. The best thing that's came out of Jurassic World was the first movie and then the Grand Cretaceous show and everything. So I'm more optimistic on this one, but I'm keeping my expectations lowered. But also having Scarlett Johansson helps too, because I love her. She's one of my favorite actresses. So this movie could be good and everything. I'm hoping that it'll get back to the roots of those original Jurassic Park movies, and bringing in Gareth Edwards I think is a really good choice for director. He's really good at doing suspenseful moments and stuff. You know, that was obvious in Godzilla. He took a lot of Spielberg inspirations in that movie, and now he's doing a movie based on Spielberg. It's part of a franchise that Spielberg started, so I'm curious to see what his directing is like on this movie. So Jurassic World Rebirth is number 10, and number 9 is Final Destination Bloodlines. I am a huge fan of the Final Destination movies. I've always loved those movies. They're one of my favorite horror franchises. So I was really excited when I found out they were finally making a sixth one, and that the late Tony Todd is going to have a pretty big role in this movie. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what his role is in this movie and everything. It's going to be a bittersweet movie seeing that he's gone and stuff, but I can't wait to see his performance in this movie and see what they have in store for us with the kills and what the premonition is even going to be. But I'm really excited for it. So Final Destination Bloodlines is number 9, and number 8 is Michael. Now this is a biopic about Michael Jackson, and it's being made by his family. His nephew is playing him, and his family members are helping make the movie. So I don't know if this movie's going to really go into his controversial side or what they're going to focus on in this movie, but I'm really looking forward to it. I love Michael Jackson's music, and I can't wait to see this movie. I love biopics too, and Elvis was one of my favorite biopics from a couple years ago and everything, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I think this could have the same kind of higher energy that Elvis had, and I'm really looking forward to it. So Michael is number 8, and number 7 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. I really enjoy the first 2 Avatar movies. I think the second one was even better than the first. I think that they have amazing visuals, great stories, and everything, especially the second one. So I'm really excited for this one. I can't wait to see this 3rd entry in the franchise and everything, and see what James Cameron has in store for us. I'm curious what these fire people are going to look like, and what this movie's going to be like and everything, and how long it's going to be. I'm curious if he's going to make it longer than the first 2 or around the same runtime, but I'm looking forward to it. So Avatar: Fire and Ash is number 7, and number 6 is Happy Gilmore 2. I really had a big confusion of where to place this at on the list and everything, and I decided to place it in the middle because I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm a big fan of the first Happy Gilmore movie. Anybody who knows me and has been following my channel knows that I love Adam Sandler, so I'm kind of intrigued by this movie. I don't see why we need a Happy Gilmore sequel, but I'm not totally against it either, so hopefully this movie will be pretty good. And it looks like they're going to add a slightly more serious tone to the movie, where maybe Happy Gilmore is a little bit more mature and stuff, and if that's the case, I'm going to love that. But I just don't know. I haven't seen enough footage to tell how much I'm going to like this one, but we'll see what happens. So Happy Gilmore 2 is number 6, and number 5 is The Smashing Machine. Now this is a A24 biopic. I can't remember the fighter's name that is being played in the movie, but it stars The Rock and everything, and this is supposed to be a big career change for The Rock and everything, and this could put him on a whole different level of acting and could really change his career. I'm really excited to see how this movie turns out and everything. A lot of people will mention that The Rock really doesn't seem to have that much range, and I do kind of agree. I'm hoping that this movie will prove everybody wrong, including myself. I'm not for sure that he has it in him to pull off a really great performance in this movie, but I'm optimistic and hopeful and everything, because I absolutely love The Rock. I've always been rooting for him. He's been one of my favorite celebrities ever since I was a little kid and everything. He's kind of like a childhood hero of mine, so anytime The Rock has a movie, I'm going to be there. But this movie I'm extremely excited to see, because I'm really curious if The Rock is going to really make a big transition as an actor with this movie and everything. So The Smashing Machine is number 5, and number 4 is Elio. This is the new Pixar movie. It's their first original movie, well, since Elemental, so it hasn't been that long, but it feels a lot longer. It feels like Elemental came out ages ago and everything. But anyway, this movie I'm really looking forward to. I've seen the trailer a couple times, and it looks like it's going to be really funny and really fun to watch and everything. And I love adventure movies, especially from Pixar. They make some of the best adventure movies, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with Elio and everything. And also, I'm really rooting for this movie to be good and to be a hit, because I want more original Pixar content. I'm afraid that if this movie flops or underperforms or anything, that that's all that Disney's going to be making Pixar do, is just sequels and everything. And I don't want that. As much as I love Toy Story and The Incredibles and Finding Nemo, and I don't mind having sequels to those movies, I don't think that's all we need from Pixar and everything, because their best stuff is their original stuff. So but Elio is one that I'm really looking forward to. I was really excited for it last year, and it got moved to this year, so it's on my top 10 this year. I don't know if it was last year or not. I don't remember if it was moved before I did my list or not, but if it was on there, it's on this one again. But I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be pretty good. So Elio is number 4, and number 3 is The Fantastic Four: First Steps. I really am kind of getting back into Marvel again and everything. So I'm really excited for this movie. I love the casting in here of Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Everybody, I know a lot of people are like, they don't know what to think about it, but I don't know. I just have a good feeling about that. Like I have a good feeling about him as Reed Richards. He's a great actor and everything. I think people are underestimating him. And Vanessa Kirby, I think she'll be great as Sue Storm, and I cannot remember the other two guys that are playing Human Torch and The Thing, but I think they're all going to be good. The guy from Stranger Things, and I don't know who's playing The Thing, the actor. I just don't know him from anything. But I'm really looking forward to this movie. I like that this is an MCU movie that's set in the multiverse in a different world than the ones we're used to and stuff, where they're the only heroes and stuff. I'm curious to see how it's going to lead into the main timeline of the MCU. I'm really curious, but this movie is going to be great. And plus, we also finally are going to get the return of Robert Downey Jr. to the MCU, this time as Doctor Doom, and I can't wait to see it. I know a lot of people are like, it's stupid stunt casting and stuff, and maybe it is stunt casting, but I'm in for it because I know how great of an actor Robert Downey Jr. is, and I think he's going to prove everybody why we love him so much and remind everybody that he is a truly great actor. When Doctor Doom is complete opposite of Iron Man, we'll see. I can't wait. So Fantastic Four First Steps is number 3. And I'll also give honorable mentions to Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World, because I do want to see those movies too. And everything, they just couldn't fit the list. But I am looking forward to them. And number 2 is Superman. I really debated between this one and my number 1 pick, and I'll talk more about my number 1 pick when I get to it. But this movie is one that I am extremely excited for. I love DC, and I'm so glad they're finally doing a reboot. I'm trust James Gunn. I have all the faith in him. I think he's a great director. He hasn't really disappointed me with any of his Marvel or DC stuff except Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I think that was just because I let my hype get too up there. I don't think it was necessarily anything to do with him or the movie, because the movie is good. I was disappointed because I think I just let myself be too hyped up for it for way too long, because I wanted it ever since Guardians 2 came out. So I'm like, maybe I just let my hype get too much on that one. But this Superman movie, I'm super hyped for, and I cannot wait to see it. The trailer looked amazing and everything, and this movie is almost number 1. I almost even just gave it as a tie with my number 1, because that's how excited I am to see this movie. David Cornsweet, I just have that feeling he is going to be amazing as Superman. It's one of those things, I can feel it. I can feel that this movie is going to be great, and this is going to be one of the best DC movies. I just have that feeling. So I hope that it's really good. I hope that it's the Superman movie that I've always really wanted and everything, because we haven't had a super great Superman movie since I've been born, except for Man of Steel. That movie was great, but it's not the Superman that I wanted. I love the lighthearted, hopeful Superman, and that's what this movie looks like it's going to be and everything. So I'm looking forward to it. So Superman is number 2 and everything. And my number 1 most anticipated movie of 2025 is Wicked for Good. I went and saw Wicked again last week and everything for a second time, and rewatching it just made me remember why I was so excited for part 2 and everything, because the first one was so good and everything, and I absolutely love the play. And this movie is going to go more into the story of the Wizard of Oz from the witch's perspective, and I'm hoping that they do a lot more in the movie than they did the play, because it kind of, the last half of the play kind of feels rushed and everything. So I'm hoping that the movie can flesh out what the play could and everything, because it was just obvious because of runtime and everything. The play is like 3 hours long, so they can do a lot more with this and make another almost 3 hour Wicked movie. I'm down, or even if it is more over 3 hours, I can't wait to see it and everything. I can't wait to see who plays Dorothy. I've been hearing a bunch of different people, but The main one I've been hearing is the girl that played Abigail, which was a really good movie that I haven't reviewed on this channel yet. I'll talk about that one sometime, but if that's the case, I think she would be great as Dorothy, and I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see this movie and everything. So Wicked is barely number one. Like I said, it's barely, because that one and Superman are so damn close and everything, because I'm excited for both of those movies so much. But anyway, let me know in the comments what your most anticipated movie of 2025 is. If you want to give me your top 10 most anticipated ones, I'd love to see your list and everything. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.